Welcome back to Eatsy, where if we can make sizzling onion pork, then so can you. This is our second dish that is using Chinese giant green onions. These are green onions that are large enough that you could probably use them in a wrapping paper tube sword fight. And yes, there is indeed a cardboard tube fighting league. It is a global organization that hosts cardboard tube fighting events in multiple cities across the globe. Their purpose is to get people to play more, though I'm pretty sure they wouldn't appreciate you showing up with a giant onion as your weapon, because somebody would end up with onion in their eyes and end up looking like the dude from Jurassic Park. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is slice up your onions. You can find the giant onions in your local Asian markets, and for this dish you want to cut them into about a 1-inch chunk. In total, you want about 2 cups of onion. Next is your pork. We're not going to be using all of this. You're going to want about 1.5 pounds, or 680 grams of pork. Firstly, take your chunk of pork and cut it into about 1.5 to 2-inch wide strips going with the grain of the meat. Then turn your 1.5-inch chunk and cut thin slices off of it going against the grain. Cutting your thin slices against the grain will allow the meat to soak up more of the flavor in the cooking process. So we're going to have 1.5 pounds of finely sliced pork, about 1.5 to 2 cups of onion, about 4 cloves of garlic, a little bit of optional chili peppers, and about 4 to 5 slices of ginger. To the pork, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of white pepper, a blurb or 2 of cooking wine, a couple blurbs of light soy sauce, and about a teaspoon of dark soy sauce just for some color. Then you're going to massage all of that together by hand. Then to that, we're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. Continue massaging the meat until the cornstarch has been incorporated. Then finally, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of regular cooking oil. For the cooking process, we're going to start with a well-oiled pan over medium to high heat. Cook the meat until it's almost browned, and then toss in a little handful of the onion to get a little bit of the flavor cooked into the meat. When your pork is cooked all the way through, remove it from the pan and set it aside in a bowl. In the same pan, you can toss in your sliced ginger, as well as add in your garlic and your optional red chili peppers. Give them a little stir and then add in the rest of your giant green onions. When the edges of the onion is just starting to turn a little bit transparent, you can add the pork back into the pan. When you've stirred everything back together, then you're going to add about 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce, and about 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix it all together thoroughly so that all the flavors are incorporated, and then you can hit the subscribe button and move the dish into your serving bowl. And there you have it, sizzling onion pork. Here we've plated it alongside the first dish that we made using these Chinese giant green onions, which is our easy onion tofu. We've plated both dishes alongside bowls of rice for a complete meal. Please let us know down in the comments if you tried either of these dishes. And if you enjoyed these types of recipes, please consider giving the video a like. And as always, thank you so much for watching.